Welcome back to our channel. Today we are talking about something that destroys confidence, creates regret, and makes life difficult without us even noticing. It is the habit of being an emotional fool. Being an emotional fool does not mean being weak. It means giving too much power to our emotions and too little power to our logic and awareness. It means trusting people too quickly, caring for the wrong people, saying yes when we should say no, helping people who would never help us, loving people who do not respect us, giving second chances to those who don't deserve it, believing promises instead of behavior, staying where we are not valued, expecting loyalty from selfish people. Emotions are beautiful. Emotions make us human, but emotions without awareness make us foolish. An emotional fool is someone who gets easily manipulated, gets easily hurt, gets easily controlled, gets easily used, gets easily distracted. Not because they are bad, but because they are too good in the wrong places. There is a difference between being emotional and being an emotional fool. Being emotional means we can feel deeply. Being an emotional fool means we do not control those feelings. When emotions sit in the driver's seat, life becomes full of pain and regret. If we need proof, just look at our past. How many mistakes happened when we were emotional? How many wrong people we trusted? How many apologies we gave without receiving? How much time we wasted on those who didn't deserve it? How many times we forgave the same behavior? How many times we stayed silent when we should have spoken? Every time regret enters our life, emotion was controlling, logic was sleeping. Life becomes powerful when we understand one thing. Emotions should guide us, not control us. We must learn when to feel, when to think, when to care, when to walk away, and when to say enough. In this video, we will learn why people become emotional fools, how others use emotional weakness, how to protect our heart and mind, how to stop giving chances to toxic people, how to use both emotion and logic in balance, how to become emotionally strong and aware, how to set boundaries without feeling guilty, how to handle relationships with clarity. Because in the end, people do not hurt us. Our uncontrolled emotions allow them to. Part 2. Why people become emotional fools. The root cause. People are not born emotionally foolish. They slowly become that way because of experiences, beliefs, and habits. If we understand the root cause, we gain power to change it. Let's break it down clearly. 1. We believe emotions are enough. Many of us grow up believing, if I love someone, they will love me back. If I'm honest, others will be honest with me. If I care, others will care. If I forgive, they will change. If I am loyal, others will stay. But the world does not work on emotions. The world works on character and intentions. Emotional fools expect fairness in an unfair world. 2. We confuse kindness with surrender. Some of us think being kind means accepting everything, tolerating disrespect, giving unlimited chances, never saying no, always sacrificing, ignoring red flags. But kindness without boundaries turns into self-destruction. Kind people are not weak, but emotional fools misuse kindness on wrong people. 3. We want validation. Many emotional fools are deeply emotional because they need approval, attention, acceptance, validation, appreciation. So they try to impress others by overgiving, overloving, overhelping, overcommitting, over-explaining. But validation seekers get hurt the most because they depend on others for self-worth. 4. We ignore red flags. Emotional fools see red flags but say, maybe they will change. Maybe I'm overthinking. Maybe it's not a big deal. Maybe they didn't mean it. We silence our brains to satisfy our hearts. This leads to wrong relationships, wrong friendships, wrong decisions, wrong sacrifices. Ignoring red flags is not love. It is emotional blindness. 5. We get attached too quickly. Attachment without understanding creates emotional dependence. We mistake attention for care, words for action, smiles for loyalty, chemistry for compatibility, promises for commitment. Fast attachment leads to slow healing. 6. We hate disappointing others. Emotional fools feel guilty when they say no, so they agree when they don't want to. They help even when tired. They apologize even when not wrong. They stay even when unhappy because they fear losing people. But the truth is, if no breaks a relationship, the relationship was already weak. 7. We believe everyone thinks like us. We think, if I wouldn't hurt others, they won't hurt me. If I wouldn't lie, they won't lie. If I am loyal, they will be loyal. If I am honest, they will be honest. But not everyone has the same heart. Not everyone has the same values. We get hurt because we expect us from others. 8. We confuse emotions with logic. Emotional fools make decisions in emotional moments. Anger, love, fear, loneliness, excitement. Emotional decisions create logical problems later. Smart people pause. Emotional fools react. 9. Past trauma creates emotional hunger. Sometimes being an emotional fool comes from childhood neglect, feeling unloved, feeling invisible, toxic parenting, bullying, past betrayal. So when someone shows little affection, we give them everything we have. Not because they deserve it, but because we were starving emotionally. 10. Key message of part 2. People become emotional fools because they expect too much, care too quickly, love too blindly, trust too easily, help too much, ignore logic, fear being alone, need validation, avoid boundaries. Understanding this is step 1, because in the end, if we do not know why we react emotionally, we cannot control our emotions. This is the second step to stopping emotional foolishness. Part 3. How people use emotional fools. Manipulation patterns. One painful truth of life is this: people do not use emotional fools because they are bad. They use emotional fools because it is easy. Emotional fools give too much, expect too little, and forgive too quickly, which makes them perfect targets for manipulation. Let's understand how this happens. 1. Emotional fools say yes too quickly. Manipulative people love those who never say no, always agree, always adjust, always sacrifice. When someone learns that our yes is guaranteed, they will never respect our time, boundaries, or energy. They will only take, and take. 2. Emotional fools are scared to lose people. Manipulators take advantage of this fear. They create situations where emotional fools think, if I don't help them, they will leave. If I don't accept their behavior, they will stop loving me. If I don't agree, I will lose them. So, emotional fools keep giving more just to keep someone in their life, while manipulators give almost nothing in return. 3. Emotional fools confuse apologies with change. Manipulative people use fake apologies, fake tears, fake promises. They say, I'm sorry, I will change. I didn't mean to hurt you. Next time will be better. Please don't leave me. But after the apology, behavior stays the same. Emotional fools believe words instead of patterns, so they stay stuck in cycles of disappointment. 4. Emotional fools are loyal to unloyal people. Manipulators know they don't have to be loyal because emotional fools already are. So they disappear when needed, return when bored, treat others better, keep emotional fools in backup, ask for help only during problems, ignore during happiness. This is not loyalty. This is control. 5. Emotional fools over-explain and over-justify. Manipulative people use silence and distance as weapons. When manipulators get quiet, emotional fools panic and say, "Are you upset? Did I do something wrong? Please don't be angry, let's fix this." So, manipulators gain control without effort. 6. Emotional fools accept minimal effort. Manipulators learn that a small message, a small apology, a small compliment, a little attention is enough to keep emotional fools close. They give crumbs because emotional fools treat crumbs like full meals. When we accept the minimum, we never receive the maximum. 7. Emotional fools avoid confrontation. Manipulative people hate strong boundaries, but they love emotional fools who stay silent, avoid conflict, forgive quickly, blame themselves. 7. Emotional fools avoid confrontation. Manipulative people hate strong boundaries, don't demand respect. Silence is seen as permission. When we don't confront, manipulators continue. 8. Emotional fools make excuses for toxic behavior. They say, maybe they are stressed. Maybe they didn't mean it. Maybe I am overthinking. Maybe I am the problem. Manipulators never have to defend themselves because emotional fools defend them. 9. Emotional fools love deeply, but blindly. Manipulators do not attack logic first. They attack emotions. They use flattery, attention connection, compliments to build trust quickly. Once emotional connection forms, manipulators stop giving effort because they already won. 10. Key message of Part 3. Manipulative people don't break emotional fools. Emotional fools break themselves by not setting boundaries, not demanding respect, not choosing wisely, not walking away, not trusting patterns, not controlling emotions. Because in the end, people can use us only when we hand them the tools. Understanding manipulation patterns helps us stop being targets. This is the third step to stopping emotional foolishness. Part 4. Signs you're being an emotional fool. Self-awareness. Before we can change ourselves, we must first recognize the signs. Many people live their whole life emotionally foolish without realizing it, because nobody teaches us emotional awareness in school or society. So let's clearly understand the signs. 1. You say yes when your heart wants to say no. If you constantly agree just to keep peace or please others, you are sacrificing your boundaries for approval. This is emotional foolishness because people stop respecting your time. People expect more than they give. People treat your kindness as duty. Saying yes without desire is not kindness. It is self-betrayal. 2. You ignore red flags and believe in potential. If you see warning signs but choose to ignore them because they will change, they are different, they didn't mean it, they have a good heart, then you are choosing hope over reality. Red flags do not disappear. They become reasons for future pain. 3. You overthink after every emotional interaction. After talking to someone, you think, did I say too much? Did they get angry? Are they ignoring me? What if they leave? What did they mean? This shows emotional dependence, not emotional strength. 4. You care more about others than they care about you. You check up on people, but nobody checks up on you. You invest time and energy, while others invest the bare minimum. If relationships feel one-sided, you are carrying emotional weight alone. 5. You apologize even when you are not wrong. If your default reaction is, I'm sorry, even when someone else caused the problem, it means you fear conflict more than disrespect. Apologies without fault equals emotional slavery. 6. You forgive too quickly and too often. Forgiving is noble, but forgiving without change and accountability is self-destruction. If someone repeats the same behavior after apologies, it is not a mistake. It is a pattern, and emotional fools tolerate patterns. 7. You give multiple chances to people who give you none. If you give 3 chances, 5 chances, 10 chances to someone who wouldn't give you even 1, then you are not being loyal. You are being used. Loyalty without limits becomes stupidity. 8. You believe words instead of actions. Manipulators use beautiful words as currency. I care about you. You mean a lot to me. I will change. Trust me, I'm different. Emotional fools accept words as proof while ignoring behavior. But actions are the real truth. 9. You stay where you are not respected. If you stay in relationships or friendships where you feel undervalued, ignored, manipulated, unappreciated, disrespected, then you are choosing loneliness inside someone's presence instead of peace inside your own company. That is emotional foolishness. 10. You fear being alone more than being unhappy. If loneliness scares you more than unhappiness, you will settle for anything. This makes you easy to control and easy to keep. But happiness begins when we choose peace over company. 11. You expect others to understand your heart without communication. Emotional fools expect others to know their feelings, their pain, their needs, their boundaries, their expectations, without clearly communicating. When expectations replace communication, disappointment replaces peace. 12. You explain yourself too much. When you keep trying to prove your intentions, your loyalty, your honesty, your pain, your worth to someone who doesn't care, you are wasting emotional energy. The right people don't need explanations. They need consistency. 13. Key message of part 4. You are an emotional fool when you give too much, expect too little, ignore reality, fear losing people, accept disrespect, replace logic with emotion, replace boundaries with guilt. Because, in the end, people treat us the way we allow them to. If we don't respect ourselves, nobody else will. This is the 4th step to stop being emotionally foolish. Part 5. How to stop being an emotional fool. The solution. Now that we understand the problem, we must focus on the solution. Stopping emotional foolishness does not mean we stop caring or stop feeling. It means we start managing emotions with awareness, boundaries, and logic. Let's break this transformation into clear, practical steps. 1. Step 1. Use both heart and brain together. Emotions make us human. Logic protects us. When only the heart controls, we suffer. When only the brain controls, we become cold. Wise people use both. Before making emotional choices, ask, is this person good for me? Does this behavior match their words? What has their past shown me? Will I regret this later? Questions create clarity. 2. Step 2. Watch behavior, not promises. Promises are cheap and emotional. Behavior is expensive and real. If someone says, I care about you, but ignores you, behavior wins. If someone says, I will change, but repeats patterns, behavior wins. If someone says, I'm honest, but hides things, behavior wins. Emotional fools believe promises. Strong people believe patterns. 3. Step 3. Set boundaries without guilt. Boundaries are not walls. Boundaries are instructions for how others should treat us. Boundaries include saying no, leaving disrespectful situations, not replying instantly, not giving money, not tolerating manipulation, not accepting late-night emotional drama, removing constant complainers, limiting access to our time and energy. When we set boundaries, two things happen. Wrong people get angry, right people respect us. This is how we filter people. 4. Step 4. Say no when needed. No is a powerful word. No, I don't want to do this. No, I won't tolerate this behavior. No, I won't give you another chance. No, I need space. No, I don't agree. If a relationship cannot handle no, that relationship was built on control, not respect. 5. Step 5. Leave when respect is gone. When respect disappears, love becomes pain and loyalty becomes slavery. If someone disrespects you, ignores you, uses you, lies to you, manipulates you, walk away silently. Emotional fools stay and suffer. Smart people leave and heal. Walking away is not weakness. It is self-respect. 6. Step 6. Observe. Don't assume. Emotional fools assume they didn't reply because they are busy. They didn't call because they forgot. They didn't help because they had problems. Strong people observe. Who calls back? Who checks in? Who shows up? Who gives effort? Observation saves emotions. Assumption destroys reality. 7. Step 7. Stop explaining yourself to everyone. Explaining is useful only when someone listens, cares, tries to understand. Explaining to someone who does not care is emotional self-harm. Remember, people who value us don't need explanations. People who don't value us won't believe them. 8. Step 8. Learn to detach. Detachment doesn't mean not caring. It means caring without losing yourself. Detached people say, I care about you, but I also care about myself. Detachment gives us clarity, strength, peace, balance. Attachment gives us anxiety, overthinking, fear, pain. Choose peace. 9. Step 9. Choose actions over fantasies. Emotional fools fall in love with potential. Strong people fall in love with reality. If someone has potential but no effort, talent but no discipline, words but no action, love but no respect, then reality is different from fantasy. Potential doesn't build relationships. Behavior does. 10. Step 10. Practice emotional awareness. Emotional awareness means asking, why am I feeling this? Is this fear or love? Is this loneliness or attachment? Is this respect or dependency? Is this kindness or surrender? Self-awareness breaks manipulation. 11. Step 11. Build self-worth. When we value ourselves, we stop begging for love and attention. Increase self-worth by learning new skills, working on goals, taking care of health, improving communication, respecting your own boundaries, spending time alone, celebrating small wins. Self-worth kills emotional foolishness. 12. Key message of Part 5. To stop being an emotional fool, use logic, watch behavior, set boundaries, say no, walk away when needed. Observe, don't assume, detach when required. Build self-worth. Because in the end, our emotions are our strength only when we control them. They become our weakness when others control them. This is the 5th step to ending emotional foolishness. Part 6. How to control your emotions. Emotional intelligence. To stop being an emotional fool, we must learn emotional intelligence, the ability to understand, manage, and use our emotions wisely. Emotional intelligence does not mean eliminating emotions. It means controlling emotions so they don't control us. Let's break this down into practical methods. 1. Understand the emotion before reacting. Most emotional damage happens because we react quickly without understanding what we feel when we feel. Anger, jealousy, fear, attachment, anxiety, love, excitement. We must pause and ask, what am I feeling? Why am I feeling this? Is this emotion real or imagined? Is this temporary or permanent? Naming the emotion gives control over it. 2. Pause before responding. Smart people do not respond in emotional moments. They follow a simple rule. Pause, think, then respond. A 30-second pause can save friendships, relationships, opportunities, respect, reputation. Reactions are emotional. Responses are intelligent. 3. Do not make decisions in emotional high or low. Never commit in excitement. Promise in happiness. Threaten in anger. Decide in sadness. Confess in loneliness. Emotional peaks create emotional blindness. Wait until the emotion settles, then decide with clarity. 4. Separate feelings from facts. Emotional fools treat feelings like truths, but emotional intelligence separates how we feel from what is true. Example feeling: they don't care about me. Fact: they may be busy or unaware. Feeling: I'm a failure. Fact: failure is an event, not identity. Feelings are temporary. Facts are reality. 5. Stop personalizing everything. Emotionally weak people think everything is about them. They didn't reply. I did something wrong. They looked unhappy. I am the problem. They changed. I am not enough. This is emotional imagination. Strong people understand people have their own lives, issues, moods, schedules. Not everything is about us. 6. Learn to sit with discomfort. Most emotional mistakes happen because we escape discomfort too quickly. We avoid loneliness, so we attach. Silence, so we explain. Conflict, so we surrender. Uncertainty, so we rush decisions. Emotional strength means staying with discomfort without running away. 7. Control attention, not emotions. We cannot always control emotion, but we can always control attention. Where attention goes, emotion follows. If we keep thinking about hurt, past rejection, betrayal, fear, insecurity, emotions grow stronger. Shift attention to goals, work, learning skills, health, growth, and emotions weaken. This is emotional strategy. 8. Practice logical questioning. When emotional, ask, is this thought helpful? Is there proof for this? What would I tell a friend in this situation? What will this look like in 1 year? Am I reacting or responding? Logic weakens emotional impulse. 9. Never beg for attention, love, or respect. Begging creates emotional slavery. If someone truly cares, they will call, they will message, they will show effort, they will give time, they will respect you. If we must beg, the relationship is already dead. Control comes from self-worth, not begging. 10. Do not attach identity to emotions. Many emotional fools say, I am sad, I am lonely, I am useless. Instead say, I am feeling sad, I am feeling lonely, I am feeling low. One attaches emotion to identity. The other makes emotion temporary. Language changes psychology. 11. Replace emotional reactions with emotional strategy. Instead of arguing, stay silent and observe overthinking. Ask questions begging. Step back chasing. Detach explaining. Communicate clearly. Trusting blindly. Verify behavior. This is how emotions become power. 12. Key message of Part 6. Emotional control is not about being heartless. It is about being wise. Because in the end, if we don't control our emotions, someone else will use them to control us. This is the 6th step towards emotional maturity. Before we end this video, remember this. Emotions are not our enemy. Being emotional is not a weakness, but giving our emotions to the wrong people, trusting without awareness, and ignoring our own boundaries is how we destroy our peace. Life becomes stronger when we learn to observe people, choose wisely, set clear limits, say no without guilt, walk away when needed, and use both heart and mind together. This is how we stop being emotionally foolish and start being emotionally intelligent. If this video helped you, like this video, share it with someone who needs this truth, and subscribe for more motivational graded reader lessons. We will see you in the next video.